You've done the research, you've built a solid trading plan, you know exactly what you need to do. But then the market makes a move. The adrenaline kicks in, and in a split second, you do something that completely ignores your own rules, a decision that costs you. If you've ever felt like your own brain is sabotaging your trades, you aren't alone. In fact, you're fighting a battle every single trader faces, and today we're going to break down how you can finally win it. So let's get started. Let's be honest, the trading world is flooded with promises of perfect strategies and can't lose indicators. But the uncomfortable truth is that most successful traders don't have a secret formula. What they've mastered isn't the market, it's themselves. Studies and broker data consistently show that the vast majority of traders, somewhere between 80 and 95%, fail to make money consistently. And it's not because their strategies are all terrible. It's because of what happens between their ears when the pressure is on. I know this because I've lived it. When I first started, I thought I was smart. I had a plan, my charts were marked up, and I was ready to print money. My first big loss didn't happen because my analysis was wrong. It happened because after the trade went against me, I got angry. I felt like the market had personally wronged me, and I jumped into much bigger revenge trades to make it all back fast. You can probably guess what happened next. I lost $15,000 in a course of a week. That painful day taught me the most valuable lesson of my career. The biggest risk in trading wasn't the market, it was my own emotional, irrational brain. The problem is we all have two brains, the planner brain and the fighter brain. Your planner brain is the logical, rational you. It's the one doing weekend analysis, setting rules, and creating a brilliant trading plan. But the moment you enter a live trade, a different part of you takes over, the fighter brain, driven by ancient, powerful emotions like fear and greed. It hijacks the controls. It couldn't care less about your plan. It only cares about immediate survival and instant gratification. Today, we're going to expose that enemy within and give you the weapons to fight back. Your fighter brain uses a predictable set of psychological tricks to sabotage you. These are cognitive biases, and they're hidden architects of nearly every trading mistake you've ever made. Let's unmask the three most destructive villains. Villain number one, loss aversion. Behavioral scientists have proven that humans feel the pain of loss about twice as strongly as the pleasure of an equivalent gain. In trading, this is a catastrophic flaw. This bias, known as loss aversion, is that little voice in your head whispering, just hold on a little longer, it'll come back. It's what makes you watch a small, manageable loss bleed into a devastating one. I remember staring at a trade on my chart. My plan was crystal clear. If the price broke below a specific support level, I was cutting it and taking a stop loss. But did I close the trade? Nope. My fighter brain took over. It's just a fake out, it screamed. Don't take the loss. You'll look stupid if it reverses. So I held on. I even moved my stop loss further down, giving the losing trade, quote, more room to breathe. That trade didn't reverse. It crashed right through my original stop, then my second, and ended up costing me big. The rational planner brain knew that a small loss is just the cost of doing business, but my emotional fighter brain couldn't stand the thought of realizing that loss. It preferred the hope of a comeback over the certainty of a small professional defeat. This single bias is why traders let losers run, turning a paper cut into a mortal wound. Villain number two is greed, the profit destroyer. If fear is on one side of the coin, greed is the other. Greed is what turns a perfectly good winning trade into a loser. It's the high octane fuel for overconfidence. You're in a winning trade, it's approaching your take profit target, and everything is going exactly to plan. Then the fighter brain kicks in again. Why settle for this? It asks. This thing is a rocket. Let's move the target and make a real fortune. We've all been there. You have a solid trade that's up a good amount. Your plan says to take profit at a key resistance level, but the candles are big and green and the moment feels unstoppable and you get a rush of euphoria. You cancel your take profit order, deciding to let it run. For a moment, you feel like a genius as it pushes a little higher, but then the market does what it always does, it reverses. The price comes crashing back down, blows past your original target, and maybe even stops you out at break even or for a loss. Your planner brain had secured a logical, high probability profit, but your fighter brain, addicted to the thrill of more, gambled it all away for a fantasy. This is pure greed, and it's a systematic destroyer of profitability. And villain number three, FOMO, the fear of missing out. It is one of the most powerful and destructive forces in trading. It's that primal anxiety that everyone else is getting rich without you, and it forces you to make terrible, impulsive decisions. FOMO is why you jump into a trade long after the ideal entry is gone, usually right at the top of a big move. You see a chart rocketing up, and your fighter brain panics. It abandons all rules about price structure, confirmation, and risk to reward. Its only command is get in now. This usually means buying at the worst possible price just as the early smart money is starting to take profits. The results, you buy the peak and the market immediately reverses, leaving you holding a bag on a position born of poor impulse. You didn't trade your system, you traded your anxiety. There's a study on investor behavior consistently finding that the average investor dramatically underperforms the market. And a key reason is this kind of emotionally driven, poorly timed decision making. Chasing the market is a guaranteed way to become exit liquidity for the disciplined traders. So, if your own brain is the enemy, how do you defeat it? You can't just eliminate emotions, but you can build a system that makes them irrelevant. You give your rational planner brain the power to put your emotional fighter brain in a straitjacket. Here are your three essential weapons. Weapon number one, the pre flight checklist, your trading plan. No pilot would dream of taking off without a detailed written pre flight checklist. Your trading plan is exactly that. It is a non negotiable set of rules you create when you're calm, logical, and rational, when your planner brain is in complete control. This document is your constitution. It must define in black and white exactly what your entry is, where your stop loss goes, and where you will take profits, and of how much you will risk on any single trade. When you're in the heat of the moment and your fighter brain is screaming to break the rules, you don't have to think. You don't have to decide. You just have to execute. Your trading plan is your objective boss. It is a setup on your checklist. If yes, take the trade. If no, you don't. It's that simple. By externalizing your decisions into a written document, you strip your emotional brain of its power to make impulsive choices. Weapon number two is the trade journal, your after action report. Every great performer, from athletes to military leaders, obsessively review their performance. Your trade journal is your game tape. It's where you become your own coach. For every single trade, win or lose, you must log the details. But don't just log the numbers, you need to log your emotions. Write down why you entered. Write down how you felt when the trade went your way. Most importantly, write down what you felt when it went against you. Were you anxious or angry? Did you feel the urge to move your stop? Over time, your journal will reveal the hidden patterns of your fighter brain. You'll see things like every time I have three winning trades in a row, I get overconfident and take a dumb fourth trade that gives back all my profits. This self awareness is your superpower. By identifying your specific emotional triggers, you can anticipate and prepare for them. The journal transforms your mistakes from painful losses into priceless data. Be sure to journal not just in the heat of the moment or after the moment is over, but I want you to journal before the bell even rings each day. That way, you have an objective look at how you were feeling before the market ever opened. And weapon number three is position sizing. This is your emotional shield. This might be the most powerful weapon of all. Nearly all destructive trading emotions are amplified or even created by risking too much money. If you're watching every single tick of a trade, unable to sleep, feeling sick to your stomach, it's not because you're a bad trader. It's because you're risking an amount of money that is psychologically too big for you to handle. Your risk per trade should be boring. It should be an amount that if you lost it, it wouldn't phase you in the slightest. For example, if losing $500 doesn't bother you, then that's a good risk amount. But if losing $1,000 would keep you sleepless at night, that risk is too large. It's important to find both the emotional risk amount that your brain can handle, as well as an amount that if you take a few losses in a row, it will not wreck your account. That way, fear and greed are dialed down from deafening roar to a manageable whisper. Proper risk management isn't just about protecting your capital, it's about protecting your mind. It's the shield that allows your planner brain to stay in control and execute your strategy flawlessly, trade after trade, regardless of the outcome. The journey to consistent profitability isn't about finding a magic indicator. It's an internal battle. It is you versus you. For years, you've probably been letting your emotional, impulsive fighter brain call the shots and sabotage the logical plans laid out by your brilliant planner brain. But that can end today. By building and honoring a strict trading plan, dissecting your psychological patterns with a trade journal, and protecting your mind with proper risk management, you change the entire game. You stop being a gambler reacting to emotions and become the cold, calculating CEO of your own trading business. You empower your rational mind and finally put your worst enemy to work for you. Mastering this is the final and most important step to becoming the trader you were meant to be. Now, I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments, what's the number one psychological mistake that has cost you the most money? Is it FOMO, revenge trading, or letting losers run? Sharing it is the first step to conquering it. And if you want to take the first step toward building your defense system, be sure to subscribe to my channel because I release videos every week to help you become a more consistent trader. And join me and my trading partner, Trendy John, in the Trendy Trading Room at Simpler Trading to watch us trade live every single day. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.